Yo, thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel. How we doing? This is my second video of the Hamza Khan show. I think that's the name that we're gonna go with, Hamza Khan show. I think it was a bit of a, I wasn't sure about it last time. This is gonna be the second video. I feel like it's more sort of like a podcasty vibe. That's what I'm going for. But we'll see. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. But just gonna waffle for a while and see how it goes. Last time I did say that I was gonna write some notes down, exactly what I want to talk about, and then come on here and then talk about it, but I didn't do that, unfortunately. But there is a few topics that I can think of off the top of my head that I want to go through, but just for the tease, I have got another One Piece pack. I mentioned it last time. Every video will open a pack. I don't know if it'll always be One Piece. It might be like with the trading cards or looking at tops. I was thinking there is some top ones that I do like, so I might buy those ones for the videos and see how it goes. But we'll open this later. We'll give that some time before we get into that. First thing I want to really talk about is, let's get into wrestling. What's going on with wrestling? SummerSlam just happened. The ruse of the century was crazy. I thought it was sick how Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman did it. It was so much drama, and I was there for it. It was such a sick story how they put everything together and how it all makes sense, because because obviously there's people going around why did he have to fake the injury in order to cash in. But if you think about it, what happened last time he tried to cash in on CM Punk? It was John Cena versus CM Punk, Saudi Arabia. I think it was King of the Ring. So when he tried to attempt cashing that day, who came out? Sami Zayn, I think, came out. Penta came out. Maybe LA Knight. I'm not 100% sure on LA Knight, but people came out. People came in and stopped him from cashing in. But this time, because of him basically saying that he's injured, if someone's injured, you don't need to worry about going out and trying to stop him from cashing in. You've got your own priorities, you've got your own things that you can do, that you're doing while you're wrestling. But obviously it's a surprise. And then what made it like 10 times better was when he came out, he didn't just come out and run in. He came out acting as if he's injured, and then dropped the what's it called, the things that you help you walk. So he dropped those, and then that's when he came in. Obviously, even if you're one of the people that are trying to stop him from getting the championship, you're thinking, what the hell is going on? You're confused as well. You're thinking this is just a distraction or a warning to CM Punk, but then actually it is a cash in, and he's gonna get the World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like it's a bit of a hot take, but I feel like night one, CM Punk versus Gunther, should have been night two. The John Cena versus Cody Rhodes match gave me mixed feelings. We'll go into that a little bit after, but with the CM Punk versus Gunther match for the World Heavyweight Championship, it was such a sick match. I think that it gave me everything that I wanted in a match from a Gunther match. It gave the aura to Gunther, and then also it made you want CM Punk to actually win. That's the main thing when you're going against someone who's basically in his prime, and then you've got CM Punk who's the older guy in the company. He's trying to win another championship. He's realistically, he shouldn't really win if you're going against someone in his prime who's beating everybody, who just beat Goldberg, who beat Jey Uso convincingly as well. So it's a tough kind of match to build, but they did it perfectly. They made Gunther look like a beast, and then obviously he made the mistake. He does it every single time. It's always Gunther beating Gunther every single time. I feel like whenever when he lost the Intercontinental Championship, he lost focus, and he got from what I remember, he was like he was doing too much. He wasn't pinning Sami Zayn. I feel like he jumped off the top rope a few times when he didn't really need it, and that's what cost him to lose the Intercontinental Championship. And then again with the against Jey Uso when he lost the World Heavyweight Championship, he flicked the switch in Jey Uso that caused him to go like Super Saiyan basically and beat Gunther that way. So, and then obviously in this match at SummerSlam, he was gloating. He was on the announce table for some reason, and then obviously he got hit over and then he smashed his head in, and he was bleeding from his head, and then that cost him the match because he couldn't see what was going on. He was confused. You smash your head, you're losing blood. You can't really wrestle unless you're John Cena, obviously. But obviously that's what cost him. And then when CM Punk won, you're unsure on whether Seth Rollins was gonna come out, or if he wasn't gonna come out, is he gonna come out or not? Then he came out. They gave it time to sit. He was gonna lift up the champion. I watched that back so many times. I thought such a good main event, such a good show. And then you've got in comparison to the John Cena versus Cody Rhodes match, it's expected match really. It was unlike nothing in that match surprised me, obviously apart from the ending, but nothing what they did, how they fought. You kind of expected, based on what Cody's promo said, that he's gonna take it further than normal. And obviously he took the buckle of the ring and he was hitting John Cena with it, and like those sorts of things normal Cody Rhodes wouldn't really do, but obviously his bloodline rules, so street fight, so he had to take it up that level. And then John Cena just did what he does, and then obviously end up losing. I have mixed feelings about the going back to a babyface, like based on what happened on SmackDown this week. It wasn't. He's gone back to doing the same like overreacting, and he's glazing Cody, and he is the real champion, and it's just like he had so much aura as a bad guy, even though no one believed that he was a bad guy. He could have at least kept the prestige, like kept it going. Like obviously he doesn't need to necessarily hit people with the championship or cause things like that to happen, but still he can still have that aura, like I'm the 17-time world champion basically. I'm the greatest of all time as a wrestler. So in that comparison, you want that aura to him. But straight away from SmackDown, I've lost that. He's like, okay, it's just another John Cena run, even though it's his last run. Just another one really. He's gonna go to face Logan Paul, probably lose, I'm guessing, based on what's going on. Some chicanery will happen and then he'll lose, but we'll have to see how it goes in that match. And then obviously at the end of the main event at SummerSlam, going off of that, Brock Lesnar returned. He didn't mention it in his promo. I think it's gonna be. It'll have to be Survivor Series. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I don't know. I don't think there is a PLE between Clash in Paris and SummerSlam, but based on what's happened, it's kind of just. I don't think they won't just do it in a row. Obviously not. And then obviously you've got Survivor Series, which is like a big. It's gonna be like a baseball stadium, so you need to fill out the stadium. Big marquee match: Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. I don't know. Do you think they'll do something wild like give get Brock the championship? Like he just comes in and then I don't know. I don't know who will be Cody or something and just have the championship for that match, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Hopefully he does come back and they have loads of interactions. I want more than one interaction or a couple of them, and then move straight to the match. I want a few. I want a story to be built. I want, why did Brock Lesnar come back? What is his reason for coming back in detail, not a generic response. I want some. I'm like, oh shit, Brock Lesnar's here. But we'll see how that goes and how that kind of goes out and plays. Someone I want to talk about Karrion Kross. I'm not sure why he lost that soon. So I guess sometimes it's better to build from losses because you've got Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is currently being built to be a challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship. They want him to go face Seth Rollins eventually. I think it'll probably be Royal Rumble by the time that he gets to it, because he beat Solo, even though I didn't want him to beat Solo. He beat Solo. They're building him up. They're not making him lose. He's going to go to Raw. He'll probably beat Rusev based on which Sheamus coming out and distracting. But yeah, he'll win that, keep up his momentum. He'll probably be in that Survivor Series War Games match, I would guess, as a part of the good guys, and then Seth Rollins' team on the bad guys team, and then eventually a Royal Rumble. He'll have a chance at the World Heavyweight Championship where more than likely he'll lose, but obviously depends. Once he gets there, he'll change and things will happen depending on what goes on. We don't know what happens with wrestling, but we'll see what happens with Sami Zayn, and then obviously with Karrion Kross, because he's gone off that loss. More people are backing him. More people, we want Kross, even though Triple H, we want Brock. No, it's not Brock. We want Kross to be a champion. Basically, we want him at the top. He doesn't necessarily, for me, I don't really need him to be a world heavyweight champion. I just need him to be like a WWE champion. I just want him to be involved again to a more how do you say it? I just want him more involved, really. I want him to be interacting with Seth. I want him to be interacting with Paul Heyman, having a sit down with Paul Heyman and just throwing some words out there and kind of influencing him or distracting him, and then doing the exact same thing with Sami Zayn or with Cody, John Cena, whoever it is, people in that main event caliber, just doing the same thing with CM Punk as well. Even if he goes into a program with Punk and Punk beats him, just that background bit where they can flash back to when he did speak to CM Punk or when he brought certain things up, it comes back to the story and it plays better, plays good in the story basically. So that's kind of what I want him to be, and then eventually a bit like Seth Rollins, where he's playing everybody, he's playing mind games, he's controlling it from the background, He's got plans. It'd be like Karrion Kross is talking crazy to everybody. He's losing matches. He isn't, even though he looks strong, he loses matches. He's obsessed with certain things, like when he was trying to get Sami Zayn to admit to the truth. He's those sorts of things, but then under everybody's nose, Karrion Kross comes out and beats, basically becomes champion, really. Under everybody knows is just like, and then when he wins it, just I played you all, basically. That's kind of my current vibe off the top of my head that I'm thinking about with Karrion Kross. That's what I want him to do. I just want more aura. That's all I want. I like when people have aura. I like when people have a vibe to them. You don't want like the funny stuff. I like the funny stuff when it's funny. When it's over the top, it's not really the best. It's just, yeah, okay, cool. But other than that, that's what's currently going on with wrestling. We see what happens on Monday. Whether I don't think Io Sky will win against Naomi this time, but maybe eventually she will win, or she definitely will be a champion before WrestleMania next year. I'm thinking, because you want after that match at Evolution, you want Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky again. You want it again, but you want obviously Rhea Ripley to eventually beat Io Sky, and you can't do that in a non-championship match. It has to be a championship match. It may be, you could maybe argue it could be in like a King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring, but my personal feeling, I think it has to be in a main event match, a title match, just so that you come off it as Rhea Ripley she's beaten her only kryptonite, and now she's world champion and she's back on top. So yeah, I think that's probably my vibe currently, but obviously Naomi's cool as well, and I want to see what she goes. And then obviously Stephanie Verker, I want her to be a champion as well. Too many people, you want people to be champion, but there can only be one or two champion, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we'll see what happens in that scenario. Switching gears, moving on. Man United, what's going on? Where have we got this money from? I don't know how we've done it, but we've bought in 3 big names based on what everybody is saying. I've not watched a lot of Sesko, Cunha. No, I've seen a lot of Cunha, and then Mbabu or something like that. It starts with an M. Him, obviously Sesko. I've not heard of them. I've not really seen much of them too. But Cunha, I've rated him before, and I thought he was good, and I would like him at United. So I think with all these new signings, they can finally start gelling the team. Obviously, he's got rid of people that he doesn't want anymore. Garnacho's on the out. People are going. Is going to go out. I think by the end of the transfer window. Sorry. So at the end of the transfer window, I think that all those people who's just lingering, that he wants them to go, will eventually leave. They'll just be like, yeah, it's not happening. We're not accepting you back into the team. You might as well dip. Obviously, Garnacho, I think I've mentioned it before. Like, I like Garnacho. I want him to do well, but if he's being a bit like, if he's causing discourse and then he's on Instagram talking about wanting to be at Chelsea, you're kind of like, you might as well leave. What's the point? You're not even trying to stay. You just want to go, so you might as well go. Even though you've got massive potential, and if you developed correctly and you obviously you do the right things, you'll be a 6-star. and a really good player. But with Man United, you want to win now. You can't just be waiting around for people like Garnacho to either fix his, I wouldn't say fix his attitude, but like actually care to play, uh, compared to other players on the pitch. Obviously, not saying that he doesn't care, but just compared to other people, if other people are putting in more effort based on what the manager says, you kind of just have to follow the manager, and see what goes on. Because the only way you win championships and you build a team and you win trophies is through the manager and building a good system where players are playing good football, they're enjoying themselves, and they're getting wins. That's the main thing. You want that culture, and you don't. If someone is affecting that, you can't just have to get rid of them. So with Man United, I think keep going with what's going on, and then we'll see what happens. Obviously, still got no expectations. If we do better than last season, I'll be happy. As long as as long as we win most matches, I'm fine with that. If we lose against the bigger teams, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, it is what it is. We're not at that level currently, but if we're winning against everybody else and we're competitive with everybody else, I think that's the main thing. That's the positives that we want from Man United, but we'll see what happens with them. Trying to think if there is anything that I want to talk about. I think I didn't want to really mention Unreal, but I'll mention that next time. I want to simmer on that and see what I think about it. I've not watched it yet. I've only based it off what my opinion is. I'm not liking it based on clips I've seen and people's opinions, but I think I need to watch it myself and see before I give my opinion on it, and because it might change. I might watch and think this is sick, this makes everything 10 times better, but we'll see what it comes out as. I think we'll get this open now. Yeah, I've not opened one of these ones, so this is OP11 English version. I think the top cards is the Luffy, the Gear 5 ones, but we'll see if we get that. I did last time. I got that Sanji and Pudding card. I was gonna check how much that was worth. It's actually worth £10, you know. Because I paid, I think, like £3-4 for the pack. That's a good return, and then obviously you got the extra cards as well. So it was actually a top tier pack. I didn't really realize it at the time. Obviously I hadn't done any research on it, but obviously when I went home, that's when I found out. But we'll open the pack now. I think I'll do it like I did last time. You know, when I was mentioning it, last time I was saying, oh, I don't know why people keep the packs, or they don't throw it away. It's because they cut it open at the top, and then any of that, the mid cards, they just put it back in the pack, and then they store it like that, which I thought quite clever. If you're opening a lot of packs, that's quite clever. But if you're not opening many, it's kind of like, yeah, what's the point at that point really? But let's get this open. It's very sticky. Not doing that smoothly. We're open though. We're open. So I'll show you guys, and then I'll look at it myself basically. So first, we've got Otahime. I think that's Fishman Island. We've got Bins. We've got Hachan, I like this guy, man. He's funny. He's funny. From what I've seen, he's funny, man. I like him. Good card. Good guy. We've got Merman Combat Ultimate Marine. I don't know what that does. I've not looked into the game, but I think I will eventually look into the game. You know, I'm gonna actually learn how to play, and then obviously go to events and actually cook people, because I feel like if I get really involved in it, I'll be really good. You know, I feel like I've got that aura about him for nerdy stuff like that. We've got Corey Bone. I don't know how you say that, but yeah, we've got this kid. We've got Zephyr. I think that's from the movie. So you want the One Piece movie? I think not the most recent one, the other one before that. The one where Blackbeard goes to break people out. That one. So, and then this one, just a bit of mid. Ooh, we got the boy Frankie, and then we've got, it's hard to read. So we got Surimiya, then we got I think it's a shark, and then we've got Gum Fire Fist Pistol Hawk. Oi, that looks sick. Oh, we got Gop. Oh my god, look at that. That's fire. That's fire. So we got Gum Fire Fist Pistol Hawk, Red Hawk. Oh yeah, that's when he flipping punches Doflamingo. And then we've got Monkey D Gob, Aura Farmer himself. Oh, that card looks sick. Look at that detail as well. And then the hockey on his hand. Armament hockey. Oh, that's sick. I'm chuffed with that, man. That's sick. That's back-to-back good packs, you know. Let me get this sealed up so they're protected. 1 second. Here I was thinking that I wasn't gonna get anybody good this time. I was thinking that, oh, what's the point me bringing the top holders for the cards? What's the point me bringing those? But we have cooked today, you know. That's back-to-back packs that I've cooked on. Don't know if the streak will continue. I don't think so, but I'm happy again with that pack. That's so nice, man. 2 top-tier cards. So if I go quiet, just try and get these in. Nice, very nice, very nice. And then let's get up in the pack as well. Bang, give me in there. Oi. Nice, man. That is nice. You know I'm happy when I'm talking quietly, man. that sick. That's two banging cards, you know. Nice additions to the collection. I think after that pack, we're gonna end on a high. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if it was good. Leave a dislike if it was bad. And no comments. In a bit.